Yo, what's up guys, it's DoomX here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some duels with my elemental hero deck that I showcased in my last video. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So I wanted to do a video showcasing this deck because I think it's a very fun deck that you can play. I think a lot of people are just playing decks that can easily win in this tournament, this festival. But I wanted to play something that was a little bit more fun. I think that Konami wanted us to play more fun decks rather than win more decks, I guess. So this opening hand is actually not that great, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll see what I can do with this hand. And he's playing True Draco Metal Foes, so he's gonna have a very long turn. So this is what I'm talking about. These guys are playing the top tier decks while I'm playing a very fun deck. The situation is that I may or may not win this fight though. It depends though what he can do with this deck. I feel like this deck can kind of break because he's using two different types of decks and mixing them together, but looks like he can still do some stuff though. But anyways, what are your thoughts on this festival? Do you guys like it? Personally, I kind of don't like it. The only reason is that I think that it's kind of degenerate that a lot of people are using decks like this. Decks that people normally wouldn't play. And I feel like most people aren't really having fun with the decks that they're using. But that's just my opinion on that. And he just ends on a Ori Calc, but I can't really end on much. Okay, I can end on a lot, to be honest. I don't know what he set though. Do I know that card? Oh, he set combination. I think that's fine. So I'm gonna start by special summoning out the evil hero Infernal Prodigy. If I control no monsters, I can just special summon this guy for free. Oh wow, he can actually special summon a card because I'm gonna fusion summon, so that's unfortunate. I thought it was only if he can fusion summon, so that's a bit unfortunate. But I can still destroy that monster regardless. You can special summon out the Bull Flame, I guess. So Infernal Divisor, I can search for. I like searching for Sparkman because Sparkman can fuse into a lot of different things like Phoenix Enforcer and Shining Flame Wingman and Thunder Giant. So I'm gonna reveal Plasma Vice so I can get Blade Edge as well. We'll get both of these, and then we'll use Fusion Sage to get access to Polymerization. And then I can just simply Polymerization for anything. I guess we can go for Plasma Vice. And then I'll use Sparkman and the Goddess with the Third Eye. This will get me a Plasma Vice. I didn't even need to use Blade Edge, so that's good. So that triggers, you can special summon out Volflame and Tooth in attack position. So that's fine. I will just use effect of Plasma Vice to destroy the Ori Calc, I guess. And then I can just simply Miracle Fusion for a lot of stuff. Oh, I didn't even read that card effect, so that's unfortunate. But I can just Miracle Fusion anyways. We can get Shining Flame Wingman. Yeah, we'll do that. So unfortunately I can't go for a second Miracle Fusion. But I can possibly go for another Miracle Fusion next turn. That's gonna do a lot of damage. It's gonna do 3400 to him. Oh wait, never mind, it's not. Because it didn't go to the graveyard. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate, but for his next turn he can't really do anything except for pop a card. And that's pretty much all he can do. So I was thinking that I could actually like go for game that turn, but this is more of like a slower paced meta, I guess. So he's gonna destroy that. Is he gonna destroy one of his other cards? Let's see. He searches for a Parametalfoes Fusion. He's gonna destroy a card. That's interesting. I wonder why he destroyed this. Oh, he can add a Metalfoes monster. Okay. So he can probably use Parametalfoes Fusion now. The recovery on this deck is actually pretty insane. Goes for Materialium, you can shuffle back this card. So he's gonna attack over my Infernal Divisor there. So I drew the Oversoul, but I don't think I want to use this right now, so I'm just gonna end my turn. I hope that he can't kill me this turn though. I want to save it for next turn. If I draw a hero monster, then we're in business. So he drew 2 Battle Baboons. Oh, you can do a lot of stuff. Can pop one of these and get another Battle Baboon. This is like the best Metalfoes card ever. But we'll see if he can actually win this turn. He makes Grand Pulse, that's questionable. I would have probably tried to set a card with Metalfoes Dealin's effect. But I don't really play Metalfoes, so I don't know. I do another Prodigy. I'll probably just special summon this one. Then use Oversoul to bring back Pristinatrix. And then we can simply merge these two together to create something else. We use Infernal Divisor's effect. I can reveal this guy. I can get another Sparkman. But I kind of want to reveal Wild Edge. Yeah, I'll reveal Wild Edge so I can get Wild Heart. Normal summon Wild Heart. Go into Dread Decimator and then Miracle Fusion into Wild Edge. So normal summon Wild Heart. And now we can make the Dread Decimator. This guy gains a lot of attack points because I have a lot of hero monsters in my graveyard. but it's gonna lose 200 because I'm gonna banish 2 to summon the Wild Edge. And Wild Edge has a good effect where it can attack everything that my opponent controls, which is pretty good. We'll make Wild Edge right there, and then Wild Edge can just attack everything. I'll attack over Mithrilium. We can summon back another card. I can just attack over this. And then attack over that with Wild Edge. And then do 29 to his face. Fortunately, that wasn't enough to win that turn, but again, this is a slow-paced meta. If he draws any meta foes, I think he can recover. Which he does. The top decks are insane in this game, man. I wonder why he didn't Pendulum Summon first, though. Yeah, he should have Pendulum Summoned first and then popped the card. These guys are weird, man. But this is game then. So that was a pretty long duel in my opinion. So I'm not gonna do another duel because I already beat a top tier deck, so I'm probably like one of the best decks that you can play in this format. So I'm just gonna showcase you guys the deck list real quick because I kind of changed it up, but not that much. That was kind of like what I would usually do with my other deck, my other version of the deck. So I'm playing 1 Avion, 1 Burstinatrix, 1 Clayman. This time I'm playing 2 Sparkman because Sparkman can fuse into a lot of different things, and then you can also fusion with Sparkman with the substitution fusion monsters like Goddess with the Third Eye and the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion, which is pretty good. And then I played 3 copies of Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. This guy can just special summon himself for free, and then you normal summon a hero monster that can easily make you a Infernal Divisor, which is pretty good. And also it has good synergy with the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion because you can special summon this guy and then normal summon the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion. The Dark Hex Sealed Fusion says that you can tribute this guy plus another dark monster, and then you can just make Kaliga. That's a pretty good combo in my opinion. So yeah, I'm playing these 6 fusion substitute monsters. That's pretty much it. Then I'm playing 1 copy of Wildheart. I think Wildheart is a pretty good underrated card in this format because it can dodge Torrential Tribute and Compulsory, which is pretty good. So I can Torrential Tribute on my opponent's monster and Wildheart wouldn't be destroyed, so that's pretty good. And then I'm playing 3 copies of Prisma because this guy can copy any of my monsters in my deck, and then I can just easily fusion summon with it, so that's pretty good. And then I'm playing 3 copies of Elemental Hero Blazeman. This guy can search out my polymerization. I think that if you don't open up with any way to fusion summon during your turn, you're pretty much not going to win that duel in my opinion, unless you're able to like stall your opponent, which may or may not be the case. But anyways, I'm playing 1 copy of Chaos Sorcerer. I think this card is good because it can just get rid of a monster for free. So yeah, that's why I'm playing him. Then I'm also playing 1 copy of Buster Blader because you can make Dark Paladin, which is pretty good. You just fuse it with any of these fusion substitution monsters, which is pretty good. And you can also send Buster Blader off of Prisma, so that's also another way to bring out Dark Paladin. And then obviously 1 copy of Blade Edge because it makes Wild Edge and Plasma Vice, which is pretty good. And then I'm playing 1 copy of Chaos Emperor Dragon. This is just for a 3k beater. If I draw it, it's pretty good. If I don't draw it, it's okay as well. His other effect can come up, but it's not usually recommended to do that because heroes don't really have good recovery in my opinion. But if you top deck Miracle Fusion, then that's the best recovery that you can get with heroes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then for the spells, I'm playing 2 copies of Polymerization. You want to see this card as much as possible because this deck is basically a fusion deck. So yeah. Next I'm playing 2 copies of Fusion Sage. So this searches out Polymerization as well as Blaze Man. And then I'm playing 2 copies of Miracle Fusion. Probably one of the best cards in the deck in my opinion, because you can also use the fusion substitution monsters in your graveyard to fuse, which is pretty good. Then 1 copy of Oversoul. This is just an extender, I guess, to special summon out like an evil hero Infernal Divisor pretty easily. And then 1 copy of Vision Fusion, basically another Polymerization but for heroes. Basically just a hero deck, so yeah, this card works pretty well. And then I'm playing 3 copies of Torrential Tribute and 3 copies of Compulsory Evacuation Device. So I kind of added in the Torrential Tributes to the deck because I feel like I needed more interruptions for the deck. So I thought this was a good addition for the deck. So for the extra deck, I'm playing 1 copy of Invoked Kaliga. You can make this card with Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy and the Dark Seal Fusion substitution monster. And then I'm playing 1 copy of Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, pretty OG hero monster. 1 copy of Elemental Hero Thunder Giant. You can discard 1, then target a monster with less attack than him and destroy it. 1 copy of Elemental Hero Phoenix Enforcer. This guy is pretty good. He comes up a bit because he can't be destroyed by battle, which is pretty good. So he can survive long enough for you to stall out and draw what you need. Then I'm playing 1 copy of Elemental Hero Neos Knight. You can make this guy with one of your fusion substitution monsters plus a warrior monster. So I don't really make this guy too much, but he can come up, I guess. 1 copy of Invoked Purgatrio. Again, you can use one of your fusion with substitution monsters plus any of your fire monsters in your deck like Blazeman or Burst Energex, and you can make him. And then 1 copy of Dark Paladin. He's a good spell card negator, so pretty good. And then 1 copy of Elemental Hero Shining Flame Wingman. Pretty solid monster. He can go up to like 4,000 attack points if he really wanted to. Same with Shining Phoenix Enforcer, but I prefer to make Flame Wingman because he's the OG. Then I'm playing 1 copy of Wild Edge. He can just attack everything, so pretty good. Shining Phoenix Enforcer, basically a stronger version of Phoenix Enforcer because he can gain attack, so that's also pretty good. And then 1 copy of Plasma Vice, probably one of my more favorite hero monsters to go into. I like going into him because he can just discard a card, then target an attack monster the opponent controls and destroy it. And that's not once per turn, so he can do that pretty much as he wants to, as long as you have the cards needed in your hand to do it. So that's why I like him. Then we'll get 1 copy of number 50 Black Ship of Corn. Just basically a monster that can send any problematic card to the graveyard, which is pretty good. And then for the Link monsters, I'm playing 2 copies of Extra Hero Infernal Divisor. This guy is really good because you can search out any of your hero monsters from your deck, and then you can use Polymerization to fuse them. And then the last card I'm playing is Extra Hero Dread Decimator. So in my last video, I wasn't playing him for some reason. It kind of crossed my mind that this guy exists as a rare. So yeah, I'm playing him because he can go up to like more than 3k attack points, which is pretty good. And he can also boost up your own hero monsters that it points to, which is pretty good. And he also does piercing damage, which is also really good. So yeah, that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.